Talofa guys, welcome back to another episode of our Sunday cooking here in Samoa. It's great to have you guys back. Special for Talofa to our Ainga members. So as you guys can see, just getting our taro out of the way, and then we'll head to the kitchen. I think today's going to be a fairly simple menu. I think today's going to be sorry about that. I think today's going to be a fairly simple menu. Again, it'll just be I think we've got pig trotters, and then pig trotters and beef. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a steak again, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, that's our menu for today. We might add more, we might add less, depends on how we go. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, guys. See you soon. Alright guys, so we've got our pork trotter now on the heat. We've also got our umu inside the oven. But I'll show you guys what we're dealing with today. We've got meat here, so I might use a beef. I was going to do another steak, but tired of eating steak. So I'm going to use it for chop suey. But we've also, I think this is a cow heart, because I can see like the arteries and the veins here. So this is very interesting to cook with, and I'll see what I can do with it. Then we've got chorizo and the fish. Alright guys, we're just gonna go collect some greens that I could possibly use for the cook today. Dishes. We're gonna get some, just quickly get some laupele first. Now we're gonna go raid my wife's vegetable garden. Can hear people singing at church. Must be nice to be on church on Sundays. Just get some basil from here. Not too much, because it does have a strong smell. Should be enough. Spring onions are not yet ready. Oh yes, I need lemon. Need some lemongrass for the fish. All right, I think that's it. One of these days, I'm gonna go to church. But for now, I'll stick to cooking and pray after, and do my usual prayers at night. But one of these days, I'd like to go to church, you know? Alright, gonna check if the meat's defrosted. Yep, almost did. I was right. It's a cow heart. So I've never cooked this before, but like all, it's very tough and gamey meat because the heart has a lot of, there's the specific type of muscles, which is very tough because they're responsible for pumping the blood all over the body. So that's why it's really tough, but it's got a decent amount of fat. I can work my way around this. This will be a first for this channel. So we'll leave it in there to defrost again, so it's completely ice completely gone. But we've got the other piece of beef meat here, which we'll use for the chop suey, which we'll get started on now. Alright guys, so that's the beef for the chop suey. If you notice, I cut it down into smaller bits so that they cook easily, because the meat that I had a lot of that connective tissue as well, which is really tough. So I wanted to boil it as much as I can, but also cut it down. So in the beginning I just added salt, just a bit of MSG and pepper, and then we'll let that reduce again down to an oil. The pig trotters here coming along nicely. I will be doing something different today with the pig trotters. We're going to finish it off in the oven. I'm going to help try and reduce it down, you know, because pig trotters is always soup, you know. But I've seen a lot of these Asian cooking on YouTube, and they do a lot of that, you know, it's reduced down with a bit of soy sauce. So I want to give that a go, and hopefully it comes out good. But that's why we're boiling it first, so that it's nice and cooked, also not tough. So we're going to cook it as much as we can, and then once we know it's about almost there, we're going to finish it off in the oven. But yeah. Right, I think we're going to get started on the beef heart. Before we dice it up, let's do a bit of biology, anatomy 101, anatomy and physiology. Let's have a look at this. So with normal hearts, there's usually 4 main blood vessels, which is the pulmonary, the vena cava, the pulmonary artery, the pulmonary vein, and the aorta, if I'm correct. Comment down below if that's correct. But usually that four is one that brings heart, might be the aorta, I'm not sure, but there's the blood comes from the body into the heart through this one, which I'm pretty sure is this one, or it could be this one. It looks a lot bigger. Yeah, but basically one blood vessel brings the blood into the heart, then the other one pumps it to the lungs. At the lungs, they get switched for oxygen, and then that blood with oxygen comes back into the heart through this one, I think, and then which is pulmonary, which means, you know, related to the lung. It enters the heart through this blood vessel, and then I'm probably sure this one is the one that takes the blood out of the heart into the rest of the body, which is why it's a lot larger compared to all of these. But yeah, it's a bit of... So those are the four main ones: the vena cava, aorta, pulmonary artery, and pulmonary vein. Science. But yeah, we're going to chop it up now. Look at that. Looks just like, you know, the normal cuts of meat. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot darker. Just going to rinse it a bit, and then we'll throw it onto the heat. It's on the heat now. Pork trotters going good. Chop suey, almost there. This is for the pasta that I'll be using inside the stir fry. Alright, umu is done. So I've just added a bit of soy to the meat for the chop suey, but I'll show you guys the type of meat I was talking about. So there, if you see that meat there, let's just wait for that to clear up. So see that meat there that's a bit kind of transparent. So you got the brown one, but the one that starts to clear up, that's most of this meat has a lot of that connective tissue inside them. And that's why I wanted to boil it until it's all off. Some of them even go between the layers of the meat. Here we go. Here's one right here. Go. You see that? In between the meat, there's that transparent layer, and that's that connective tissue. Now, if we don't boil it properly until it's nice and cooked, that connective tissue is going to be really tough, making the meat really chewy, and we don't want that, you know. Which is why I gave it a bit of, bit more time. Alright guys, shirts come off. It's about to get really hectic now. I think I've got about an hour left, and still haven't gotten to the sausages, so we'll be back, but if we miss out, you'll know why. Alright, so we just, after adding in all the lialia or the chop suey, we then added just a bit of water, probably 1 liter, half a liter to a liter, and then we're just adding soy sauce for a bit of color, and then we're going to cap this and then let the lialia cook. Guys, so we're going to get the pork chowder on pan and then into the oven. Alright, so it is super cooked now. Nice and soft. It's not going to be chewy, so I'm just going to quickly take them all out onto the pan. Then we'll go from there. Alright guys, pop it into the oven. Right, so quickly clean up the low belly, and then we'll get the stir fry. Alright guys, so this is the cattle hot, beef hot. Chop suey is looking fantastic. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, just gonna wait for this to reduce. We'll start adding everything in. Red onion, now basil there. Billy. It's all set to go, just waiting on the cattle beef fat to, reduce. Red onion going in. Added a bit of garlic as well, that crushed garlic I had. Getting the basil, bit of the red onion lift. It's already starting to fry. You guys can hear it, so it's only a matter of time now. Alright guys, it's time to finish this up. I want it a bit more thick, but we can add flour to it. Alright, so just added a bit of flour, and as you can see, it is thickening up now. So now we're gonna finish it off. Pasta. Might as well use the rest of it. And then not too much locally, just enough to get a contrasting color. That should be enough, but the rest will go into the stock of the kapuvai, which we placed here. And that'll be a good soup base for today. Alright guys, we're almost done. Almost forgot the corn, so we're going to quickly do the corn. It should be done for today. See how soft it is right now? Check on the fish. Good butter. Alright. That's the one, baby. Looks so good. That's the pork trotter soup. We only used the soup left and some lopili. That's the bad boy there. Alright, corn's cooked. Let's go. Only missing one more thing. You know what that is? Butter. Lots and lots of butter. Alright guys, so we finally come to the end of our cooking episode today. Just want to say thank you guys for watching so far. I'm about to show you guys the results, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, the episode. Alright, let's get to it. Starting on this side, we've got our cattle heart stir fry kind of thing. Remember, this is my first time cooking it, so that's what came to mind, and it looks amazing. Then we've got our chop suey. Ooh. The dia lapoa. This is the one from Pango, which is available here in Samoa. Really love those. We've got our pig trotter here, and this baby, man, like I thought it wasn't going to work, and now I see why people, the Chinese people do it this way. It's so good. Yeah, and it's also nice and soft. We've got our corn, last minute corn there, and our taro and sausages. These are, I think, chorizo sausages. But yeah guys, everything looks divine. So good. And yeah, also apologies guys, we don't have the fish here because obviously that's for the matai, so uncle's already eating, but this is our sample plate. But one thing I'm going to tell you guys now is that my family doesn't know that for the stir fry I use the cattle hot, so the beef hot, the beef hot. So I'm just gonna wait until they eat it and then get the review, because I want to see if they would notice the difference. So if it goes, if it makes it through, then that means we can probably get away. I cooked it really good that they didn't even notice it was beef hot. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off now. I'm really hungry now. We'll definitely catch you guys on our next episode. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you all have a blessed week, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. Until then, God bless, take care, stay safe. We'll see you guys soon.